perhaps would be the stock to watch out for first thing in the morning, apart from those three PSU banks. But there's a market to trade, of course, and on days like today, perhaps you need to be a bit nimble, have more respect for your stop losses, perhaps keep them a bit tight. Ashwini Gujral and Mitesh Thakkar with us to tell you how you should approach trade today. Good morning. Ashwini, you go first. Yesterday, we had a big rally. Today, the SGX is indicating that we'll have a decent start, about 30, 40 points in the green. But is there a trade then?
Come again?
After yesterday's big rally and a 30, 40 point gap up, is there a trade?
Well, good morning. And see, the market is very, very tightly range bound. So within one day, you are now almost at the upper end of the range. While we would love to have a dream budget, this budget, that budget, it's a vote on account. So unlikely we'll get past this 10,950 if you are holding on to positions. I don't think betting on the last 50 points is really worthwhile. You open above 10,900, time to take it off and then see what happens. Because my sense is that we will remain in this range. So above 10,950, I am looking for opportunities to sell. May not be today, but I don't think after a 260 point rally, you can buy.
Okay, well, don't buy after 260 point rally. That's some sane advice coming in. Mitesh Thakkar also joins in. Mitesh, would you concur with that view that it may not be the most prudent strategy to buy today? One, because of the run-up that we've already seen, and two, because of the volatility that the budget may throw up?
Good morning. I think the second factor which you highlighted could be very important. Yes, we've had a good rally. Yes, we are still in a range market, but I think my bias with yesterday's movement has turned slightly positive. So while you might not want to buy immediately given the fact that you'll be closer to the upper end of the range, I think during this volatility, any 30-40 point decline I think would be a welcome buying opportunity. So 10,780, 775, 790 zone becomes a buying area. Keep a stop below 10,740, and I think on the upside 10,920, 980 could be two reasonable targets.
Okay. Well, actually, I mean, I just want to speculate. This is a fundamental issue, perhaps not a chart issue, Ashwini. But yesterday, there was some seminal buying by FIIs. The number 3,000 crores, we haven't seen in a long time. Something seems to have changed in terms of perhaps corporate banking results. Is there some decent chance that 10,950 is taken out? Or do you think you will just wait for the markets to tell you that?
Lata, the problem is that since we are tracking the market almost by a minute-to-minute basis, 3 days back you fell 200 points on the Nifty. What has changed in 3 days? See, the issue is
the
that
3,000 crore is what has changed. A guy with big pockets, deep pockets has bought 3,000 crores. So I'm asking you if that looks like a change.
He can decide to, sell 3,000 crores today. See, the issue is 10,650, risk reward is favorable. 10,950, immediately, concerns come on the table. So we are, in a trading range, there is no evidence of breakout as yet. If it happens, we'll talk about that. But as of today, you should expect that at 10,950, 930, people who bought at 10,600 will take money home.
Okay. In fact, just to explain that point a bit further as well, yesterday was the expiry day as well. So on expiry day, you see very large gross volumes. A lot of arbitrage positions that get unwound. Also, what had happened, like we made this point, on Wednesday, there were a lot of short positions which were taken.
So it may be a one-day issue.
And yesterday, because the market didn't offer any juice on the short side, not only was there a lot of short covering, but for a lot of stocks where perhaps, you couldn't even cover in futures, there was cash market buying as well. So expiry day internals have to always be looked at with a pinch of salt. Let's see if that buying can continue. Essentially, this market is still in a range, 10,550 to 11,000. At 11,000, we feel like it's breaking out. At 10,550, it looks like a breakdown. None of that is happening. But Ashwini, in terms of stocks, what's on your list?
Today is an agri type of day other than Infosys. So Venki is a buy with a stop of 2450, target of 2600. Avanti Feed is a buy with a stop of 350, target of 371. Infosys is a buy with a stop of 245, target of 262. Jain Irrigation is a buy with a stop of 59, target of 66. UPL is a buy with a stop of 780, target of 805. Basically, if you're a serious trader, you just take time off and enjoy today.
Okay. We don't know if it's a farm budget, but it is certainly a farm trader here in Ashwini. I mean, Jain Irrigation, UPL, Venki, Avanti, just sticking to the knitting, as it were, or sticking to the plough. Well, Mitesh, are you also ploughing in the farms?
I have UPL as one of my picks, Lata. But it's a conditional buy. Doing a range from 93 to about 735. So wait for a breakout about 793, 794. Buy with a 10-point stop loss and look for 820 as the first target. I also have buys on Reliance, where the intraday charts have improved yesterday. So keep a stop at 1214, look for targets of 1250. A buy on Page Industries with a stop at 23,000 for a pullback to about 24,000 levels. And Infosys was a recommendation yesterday. Even now, I think we'll be comfortable buying into it. The structure suggests continuation on the upside. That's a buy with a stop at 735 for targets of 778.
Okay, well, guys, thanks a lot for that. So those are a couple of stocks that you need to look at if you want to trade today. But you should be nimble-footed considering the volatility that the budget could throw up. Let's take a short break on that note. Up next, as we count down to the pre-opening rates, we'll also get chatting with Rashesh Shah, who's the chairman and CEO of Edelweiss Financial Services. Stay with us.